Hello everyone, and welcome to the weird, scary and horrible parts of humanity. Today we are going to explore the murder of one of Pol Pot's most ardent supporters in the Western world, Malcolm Caldwell, who fell victim to the regime that he so fanatically supported and admired. To give a very basic rundown of the Khmer Rouge, led by leader Pol Pot, the Khmer Rouge engaged in a Cambodian civil war between 1970 and 1975, primarily against North Vietnamese troops who were using supply lines to reach South Vietnam during the Vietnam War. By the 17th of April 1975, the Khmer Rouge reached Cambodia's capital Phnom Penh. The country's name was changed to the Democratic Cambodia, with all people moved into rural areas of Cambodia to rebuild the country on a model of the 11th century. Western medicine was disregarded, temples were destroyed, with libraries and schools closed. Over 4 years, the Khmer Rouge oversaw the killing fields as part of a broad state-sponsored genocide. An estimated 1.7 to 2.5 million people died under the Khmer Rouge, with the majority 1,386,734 individuals dying at the killing fields. The killing fields were part of the judicial process of the Khmer Rouge for minor or political crimes, with people sent to the killing fields for re-education, which often meant certain death. Others died from disease or starvation, with 1/3 of Cambodian women missing their periods due to starvation, with rations as small as 250 grams, with children, the sick and elderly suffering from malnutrition and starvation. At the time, the country had a population of 8 million, meaning that an estimated 30% of the population were killed. The regime only fell in 1979 when Vietnamese forces invaded the country on the 25th of December 1978, entering Phnom Penh on the 8th of January 1979 with the Kampuchea army woefully unprepared, marking the end of the Khmer Rouge's control of the country and the creation of the People's Republic of Kampuchea under a 10-year occupation of the country by Vietnam. John Alexander Malcolm Caldwell, who went by Malcolm Caldwell, was born on the 21st of September 1931 in Stirling, Scotland, before moving to Kirkcudbright for his father's work as an architect. Following 2 years of obligatory national service, where he became a sergeant in the Army Education Corps, Caldwell joined the School of Oriental and African Studies in London as a research fellow in 1959, before becoming a lecturer in history. He then studied at the University of Edinburgh. The University of Edinburgh is considered one of the best universities in the world and is ranked as the 20th best university in the world by QS World University Rankings in 2021. He subsequently went to the University of Nottingham for his PhD, with the University of Nottingham ranked 99th in the world by the QS World University Rankings in 2021. As an academic, he became a staunch opponent of American foreign policy and capitalist economics, working for what was seen at the time as radical causes, most prominently as the chair of a British campaign for nuclear disarmament between 1968 and 1970. He was also part of the British Indonesia Committee, the Korea Committee, the Bertrand Russell War Crimes Tribunal, and the Ad Hoc Committee for Democracy in Thailand. In his academic work, having compiled 14 pieces, including research papers and novels, he focused on Asian liberation struggles which he saw as challenging the West with an emphasis on self-reliance, the primacy of agrarian development, and the search for a new rural-urban balance, viewing the Khmer Rouge for agrarian revolution. Agrarian revolution is the increase in agricultural production through crop rotation, selective breeding, and a productive use of arable land. His opponents accused him of Stalinism. Believing in communism and socialism in the Asia region, Caldwell travelled the region frequently as a lecturer, including at the University of Malaya in Kuala Lumpur, the oldest and highest-ranked university in Malaysia. Between 1963 and 1964, he visited Laos and Cambodia, as well as North Vietnam in 1966 and 1967. Singapore from 1970 to 1971, where he was banned by President Lee Kuan Yew, who advocated against communism and socialism, China in 1973, and North Korea in 1977. In 1977, he was a Labour Party candidate in local elections in Bexley, Kent, which he lost to the Conservative Party. On the 22nd of December 1978, he was invited with two American journalists, Elizabeth Becker, who was with the Washington Post, and Richard Dudman, who was with the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, to personally meet Pol Pot, the elusive head of the Khmer Rouge, who many Cambodians did not know about, as he had not created a personality cult similar to Kim Il-sung in North Korea or Mao Zedong in China. At approximately 11 PM, Becker was awakened by gunshots. Stepping out of her bedroom, she saw a heavily armed Cambodian man who pointed a pistol at her, forcing her back into her room. She then heard people moving and more gunshots. At around midnight, a Cambodian came to Becker's bedroom door and told her that Caldwell was dead. She and Dudman went to his room, finding Caldwell's corpse having been shot in the chest with the body of a Cambodian man next to him. Why and exactly who killed Caldwell will probably never be known. It is believed that one of the guards shot him, but why he was shot is not known. 2 of the 4 guards confessed under severe torture at the notorious S21 prison, where 18,145 prisoners were held and only 12 survived, that he was killed to prevent the party from gathering friends in the world. Australian journalist Wilfred Burchett, who showed sympathy to the communist regime, as well as Caldwell's family members, believed that he was killed on the orders of Pol Pot following a disagreement between the two men during the meeting, despite Caldwell being described as enthusiastic about the outcome of the meeting. Becker believes that Caldwell's death was caused by the madness of a regime he openly admired. It was also speculated that Caldwell may have been targeted by accident, and the real targets were either Becker or Dudman. Regardless, amidst the madness and atrocities of the Khmer Rouge, the death of Caldwell leaves far more questions than answers, which will most likely never be answered. Thank you for watching. Please do yourself a favour and hit that like and subscribe button and the bell icon to inform you when new videos come out. It helps more than you know and your support is truly appreciated. You'll also be seeing 2 other videos for you to check out. Until next time, stay awesome, stay classy, be kind to everyone you meet, and have an amazing day.